What's up, y'all? I'm Sheila J, and welcome to the Diva Dish. This video is all about the Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 13, Reunion Part 2. This one was a little bit spicier. So we start off the second part of the reunion with Drew and Toya's turmoil. Then they do a montage of the shadiness between them, pet on her head, struggling husband, drunk, lesbian, essentially bisexual maybe because she kissed the girl. Anyway, so we go into the crush between Kenya and Toya. Of course, Kenya denies everything because she's a toxic bitch who never likes to admit what she does. And basically, Kenya calls Toya out, saying that you might be the youngest here, but I know you're not the stupidest here. Who you talking to? Take some of that bass out your voice and get your mind right. Why they let Kenya talk to them like, look, girls, I have no idea. Empty way. So she basically says that she's mad at Toya for saying something about the divorce because she shared it amongst people who didn't care about her. And when Candy did it, it was because she's friends with, some of the Candy Coda clique, Don Juan, all them, Carmen, all them, child. And that was the difference. But that's Kenya. That's what she does. She makes her own toxic rules, and if you don't understand them, it doesn't matter. You're a victim anyway. Moving on. Andy teased, and of course, he's like, how close have you all gotten? And Kenya's like, I haven't seen it. I haven't tasted it. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Next package, please. So then Shimmy Shimmy Coco and Marlo come out. Marlo come out with the sides cut out. Marlo's dress. I couldn't get into it. I'm sorry. Shamia's look, I did not like. But it's cool to see on the stage. She's funny. Moving on. So we jump into talking about the crab cakes at the damn house in the Isle of Palm. Petty filler crap. Moving on. So they get into something that did interest me. So they get to talking about Cynthia and Mike's wedding. And Andy was shady, as usual, asking the other ladies if it was, a pandemic, would you have done the same thing? And fortunately, Candy raised her hand and was like, well, if I already had the date and I really wanted to do it and I got the coins, yes, I'm going to do it. Moving on. So then Andy's like, we noticed that one of Mike's daughters wasn't there. And she was like, yeah, she decided at the last minute she didn't want to come. I don't think it had anything to do with me. I wonder if it's the same daughter who was in the kitchen with Mike and a lot of his girlfriends that were meeting Cynthia for the first time. And remember, they got real inappropriate with that baby sitting there talking about her mama and how maybe she was like a jump off. It was cringy. But anyway, she didn't show up to the wedding and she was talking about how it kind of bothered Mike. Yeah, that was kind of juicy, but moving on. So basically, Marlo goes straight into Bolo Gate, which has been her bone the entire season. Portia was like, I'm a grown-ass woman. I can do what I want. And if I don't want to admit, say what I did, that's my goddamn business. Moving on. She's basically calling Candy out and calling Portia a fool, no surprise, for trusting Candy because she said Candy told her all the business and that she knew. But here's the thing, Marlo, at the end of the day, you might not like liars or whatever, but I remember back in the day when Candy asked you where you got all your money and you said, God, that shit sounds shady as hell. But did anybody press you? No, probably because you got a charge for assault, but still. Leave grown people alone. And then she's like, well, why are we here? Why does the dungeon even exist? Because of Portia's lies. Candy knows she lied. Candy does not need friend assistance, Marlo. Go put on some clothes. Moving on. So baby, Andy was like, Candy, what would my dungeon name be? And she said, Silver Bullet, baby. It's cute. Anyway. So they're talking about the hidden blurry cameras. And Portia says it came back to me that Toya was doing a thing on me. One thing. And she was like, but I had on my costume. And it was like, it wasn't nothing but a string. Toya goes, girl, I could have slid. You could have what? Slid right to the side. Let's phonics. Anyway, that's where it ends. And hopefully, since they didn't split this thing up, that could have easily been an hour. The third part is better. We'll see y'all next time. Bye. Yeah.